Good evening, everyone. Time for another Precious Metals update. My name is JR. Today is Friday, the 10th. It is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The market is closed. I'll do the quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily charts for gold and silver. I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. So I just wanted to show the quarterly chart because last month, obviously, we finished off the quarter. And we finished off last month with this doji, right? So let's this doji right here. Let's zoom this in a little here, so we can see this doji a bit better. This right here is what's called an inverted cross. Let's look that up here. So this is what an inverted cross looks like, right? Right, you have a cross doji. These candles are called dojis, right? But this is an inverted cross. This now again, keep in mind that this is technical analysis, and this is just increasing your probabilities, right? This doesn't guarantee anything. This is a reversal pattern, appears at the market turning points and warns of a possible trend reversal in any market, not just the Forex market, right? This is an example. All right. And really, all these dojis, what they signal is indecision. And when you have a lot of market indecision, a lot of people just like to get off their shorts or get off their longs if the market is going up or down. But that's really what it is. So last quarter, actually, we finished off the month with a serious inverted doji here, an inverted cross. Okay, so if this is the reversal candle here, then by the end of this month we should finish off fairly strong. I would say at least above 1250. Okay, this is your long-term trend, and currently we are testing the trend, but from the bottom up, right? That's your quarterly, and of course your stochastics are what looks to be pointing higher, right? That's your quarterly, monthly. So monthly here. So over here, this is where you saw the false breakdown. We did call the quick move to the upside, and then you had a very, very fast move to the downside. Again, we fell below the 1180 mark. Again, extremely important level here. Right, this is that level here. So fell below this level just for a brief time, but we never closed below that level here. And this is on the monthly chart. And now it looks like we're trying to move back up again, right? Stochastics are looks like they're looking to turn around. If the case is that we're not going to see another high here above 1225. 1225 is an extremely important level here. Because even in this chart here, if it doesn't go above this level here, above this 1225 area, then we could see a further move to the downside, right? But again, currently still within this triangle here, right? Weekly stochastics pointing higher, so definitely room to go. 20-day moving average pointing sideways. So again, not bearish, not bullish, very neutral. We went above the 20-day moving average, came back down, retested the 20-day moving average, and we are above the 20-day moving average of lows. We are currently testing the 20-day moving average, and we are yet to test the 20-day moving average of highs. Okay, but again, key level here, 1223, 1225. This is your sell zone, and I believe I covered this on my last video also. Okay, extremely important level here. If we do go above this 1225, then there's a good chance that we're going to retest this high level up here. Now you do have another level here of resistance, but ultimately, if this level here fails to bring us down, I wouldn't think that this is going to be the one that's going to bring us down. But then again, we did fall below the 20-day moving average. We can see a move. We can possibly see a move back up to the 20-day moving average before making another low. Again, if we surpass this 1220, this is the last level to take out. I would assume that we're going to take it out. And then I would assume that we're going to test this zone here. Okay, that's where I'm looking at, right? That's the weekly chart, and of course the daily chart. Now, my last chart on my last video, I did point to a head and shoulders, a possible head and shoulder formation. You have your shoulder here, you have your head, and you have what looks to be like another shoulder. So if this is indeed another shoulder, then what you're going to see is another test back down here, right? Somewhere in this area. And if this market falls below this area here, the 1140 zone, really between 1140 all the way down to 1131, I think it'll be a wrap, and this thing is easily going to go down all the way down to 1150. That's the head and shoulder. That would probably be the head and shoulder target. Now, within this head and shoulder, there is another inverted head and shoulders, which is bullish, right? The head and shoulder is a bearish formation, but again, like I said before, is only bearish if you break the shoulder line. So the formation is just a pattern, but really a break below this area here would be extremely bearish. Now, I'll delete these lines here, and this is your inverted head and shoulders, which again, not a bullish formation unless it breaks the shoulders, right? So this is the inverted head and shoulders. 20-day moving average above the 20-day moving average, coming back down, retesting the 20-day moving average, did not create another established resistance. We're looking to try it again here, right? The market was moving up really nicely, fell below this trend line, but found support here at this 20-day moving average. Okay, so right now you have a really nice candle here, but again, this we come back to here to this level, the 1225 level, 1223, 1224 level, extremely important. If this is the case where we are going to create another high, this needs to surpass this level, and a break of this would at least in this time frame, on the daily time frame, would look to be a nice little breakout, at least to the high 1200s. All right, that's gold. Let's look at silver. Okay, here's the silver chart. The silver chart, this is the monthly, this is a quarterly chart for silver. Did not test this long-term trend, unlike gold, which it did test it. The quarterly chart is still bullish. We haven't taken out two significant levels of support, so I'm going to call that bullish. The monthly chart is neutral for now. Bearish neutral, right? This is your long-term trend. All right, and it looks like we are looking to go above this level here, right? Above this trend. Now, the one thing about silver is that you have to keep in mind is that silver, unlike gold, is broke its support level here. Big move to the downside, and now it's trading sideways. If this is a false breakdown, then we should see a really nice move to the upside, and then we should see a fast move. But again, we have to go above this $1850 level. Again, the 20-day moving average is still above us. This is on the 20-day. This is on the monthly chart, and the stochastics are looking to possibly turn around. So we'll see what happens. But really, just trading sideways for now on silver monthly. This is your silver weekly. Go above the 20-day moving average, fall below it, and now we need to go above this level here. The 1850 level, extremely important level here. Okay, testing the 20-day moving average. Right here, it looks like we are stalling just a bit. Okay, but we are trading sideways for now. And this is a bearish candle for last week, right? So last week, the market opened at 17 and it closed at 1640. This is a bearish candle because this is an outside candle, right? Your high was higher than your previous high, and your low was lower than your previous low. That's a bearish formation on the weekly. Okay, but really nice engulfing candle here. So let's see if the bulls or if the bears will take over. But as of now, trading sideways. I think a move above this level here, I think a close above 1750 will probably bring this to test the recent highs again. All right, I do want you to note here that on silver, this is a trend, right? Right? So look what happened here on silver, right? You had a breakout here. So you look to, this was a really nice breakout, but again, it ended up finding some resistance here. This was the level where it found resistance, and ultimately it created another low. It created a lower low. So this is the situation. This is the same situation here, where silver just has not been able to create another high, at least a higher high. So this is a high, lower high, and this is your most recent high, right? These were all flat. Then you come back down over here, and now you have another flat scenario. But this is extremely important level here for silver. Extremely important level. Because if this does not create another high, then we can kind of assume that it's just going to create another low. So extremely important level. Silver has, since 2013, it has not been able to create a higher high. Okay, it's been flatlining. The lows were flat for some time, for quite some time. The lows are flat again, but the highs are getting lower. So if this market wants to break out, if this market wants to see a nice move to the upside, it has to create a higher high above the 1850. And it can't be a high like this where you see a high 1, 2, 3 candles and then the fourth one falls. So I would probably say for at least 3 weeks, silver has to stay above this area here. Okay. But this is a trend line for now. Okay. A move above this level here could be huge for silver. I would probably say, again, like I said on my last video, we'll probably test the low 20s. Okay. That's the weekly, and this is the daily. On the daily, silver also looks to be forming a little bit of a head and shoulders again, just like gold. Here's the move. If the market doesn't recoup here, we're testing the 20-day moving average. The stochastics are fairly low, so we might see a little bit of a turnaround. But again, ultimately, just like gold, gold has to surpass 1225. Silver has to surpass 1740, 1750 in order for us to even have a shot at taking out the $1850 level. Okay? And that's about it, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update in this market. Interesting price action. Okay? That's the weekly for the Dow Jones. Let's look at the daily. So, right, on my last video, I stated that the Dow Jones was finding some support over here. Right? It actually did find some support. This is your high. This is your high. So if the Dow Jones wants to go higher, it definitely needs to take out this high here. And if it takes out this high, 18.3, then I would assume we'd see a big move to the upside. Now remember back here, we did take out the previous high, which was this right here. But again, I also predicted it was going to be a false breakout because again, it should have had a lot more momentum, but it actually didn't, right? So I would assume that this time around, if we do see a higher high above 18.3, I would assume that this time it is going to generate some nice momentum because it's been picking up a lot of buyers here and it's picking up a lot of buyers there as well, okay? But this is the Dow Jones right here's last opportunity to come down. If the Dow Jones does not find some resistance over here, okay, if this is what the Dow Jones should do. If it's going to come down, it has to find some resistance in this level here, okay? Between 18,057 and 18,220, all right? So that's about it, all right? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll look for you guys next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.